course brings up the question that you may be asking yourself, or maybe something that you're interested in or flirting with, just depending on where you are in your journey. Why go vegetarian? Why go vegan? For me, it was, I would say, two things in particular. One, and really at the core of both of them, is health. So for me personally, it was at my own health and the health of animals. Those two things were really important to me.
Studies have shown that vegetarians tend to have lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol levels, and a reduced risk of heart disease and certain cancers. Swapping meat for plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, and tofu can cut saturated fats and boost fiber, which helps with digestion and keeps you fuller longer. Vegetarians often have more energy and a lower body mass index. Why? Because whole plant foods fuel your body with clean, nutrient-rich power. And no, it is not all salads, as this channel shows you. A vegetarian diet can be delicious, diverse, and satisfying. Choose plants more often. Your heart, your body, and your future self will thank you.
And what's cool about a journey as a vegan or as a vegetarian is that this can be something that you do at your own pace and at your own way. There's no right or wrong on how to do this. I remember the biggest challenge that I faced was I just remember in the old days, the only vegetarian thing that you could get at the store was the Boca burgers. And those are totally good, but I just remember thinking well, what am I gonna do, eat Boca burgers forever? But then I started doing some research, and I'm gonna guess that if you're watching this video, you are either already on your journey, or it's something that you're interested in. So I'm really glad you're here, because we're kind of all on our journeys, and I don't think the journeys ever end. I think they just keep on going. And wherever you are at, just the fact that you're here says that you're interested in, trying to do some aspect of this, and I love that. And so I think that's a really cool thing.
Being a vegetarian is one of the most direct and impactful ways to protect animals and reduce harm. Being a vegetarian reduces animal suffering. Most meat comes from factory farms where animals are often kept in cramped, stressful, and inhumane conditions. By not eating meat, vegetarians reduce the demand for this system, helping spare animals from suffering or slaughter. Being a vegetarian saves lives. Every year, the average vegetarian saves around 100 to 200 animals by choosing plant-based foods. That includes cows, pigs, chicken, fish, and even smaller animals affected by agriculture, like rabbits and birds. Being a vegetarian protects wildlife. Animal agriculture often leads to deforestation and habitat destruction to make space for livestock or grow their feed. This puts wild animals at risk. Choosing plant-based foods helps protect ecosystems and the species that live in them. Being a vegetarian encourages ethical awareness. Vegetarianism promotes compassion and encourages society to rethink how we treat animals, not just pets, but all animals.
That's just my whole reason. I think if you're gonna stick with it over time, you kind of have to know your reason. There has to be, because there are times where it's tough. I mean, I remember I was on a train, and the only vegetarian option was this really terrible thing, and things like that come up. And so I think that you have to be committed to your reason, whatever it may be. And like I said, for me it was health, my personal health. This is a guy who was a big fan of fast food, and as you can see on the channel, I still am, which is why I try to make up for it when I'm cooking at home by keeping everything low sodium, so it's healthy, because just because it's vegetarian or vegan out in the world doesn't always mean that it's healthy. Cheese and bread can be loaded in sodium and fat and all that stuff. So just because you're going vegetarian or vegan, you still need to be conscientious about what's healthy. So that's my personal reason. And also for the animals, I'm an animal lover, and I just don't want to see anything bad happen to them. That's just me. I know, a lot of people have a different opinion on that, but that's my opinion. And it just, it's something that I wish I had started sooner, quite frankly, in my life. But I got there. This is where I'm at now. Hopefully you can get to wherever you're going too, and maybe learn some cool stuff along the way. So anyways, just a little bit about my journey. This channel is all about vegetarian and vegan and all that good stuff, loving the plants. Let's end it on my shirt here, okay? This is from, I think it's the Arboretum in Chicago. Advice from a tree, and I just love it. Words to live by. I hope you enjoy. Thanks again.